All right. So the next one here is a slant route. I'm really militant in how I teach this. Stop it right there, Coach. I was really, really fortunate to have a wide receiver coach and offensive coordinator at Union Pines. His name is Ryan Giggy. Coach Giggy is the very best wide receiver coach I've ever had the pleasure of coaching with, just because he's a small details type guy. And, this film we're watching right here, he never had an opportunity to coach, 19 or 4 because he came in my second year there. But the way that I teach a slant now is for that receiver to get a little bit of a diamond release, which means he's gonna release as if he's running a more fade or some type of outside route. And on that third step, he's gonna do what Coach Giggy referred to as breaking the glass, and he's gonna nod opposite of where he's getting ready to go to, and then he's gonna stay skinny. He's gonna stay skinny in the window. Now, what a lot of wide receivers do, guys, is they start drifting upfield when they're running a slant, and they end up running themselves into the curl flat window, or sometimes a receiver can get so upfield that they end up running themselves into the cover 3 safety. So it's important to get a diamond release. That first step has got to be outside, and by that third step, man, you got to nod your head. You got to break that glass, get inside, and look for the football right now, because there may not be that much separation between you and that corner, and we got to be able to get that football in there. We got to be able to get that football in there before that linebacker is able to get there. Now, Coach, run that back. All right, stop it. So, like I said earlier, we knew how Montgomery Central right here, who is one of the most well-coached football teams I've ever had the pleasure of coaching against. Like I said, I mean, these guys as a coaching staff won over 10 state championships together with Benji Brown and Alan Brown. But their identity as a defense is they were going to scrape you on option. And so that means that they were squeezing that in to help take away the dive. They were going to scrape their play side inside linebacker off the hips of the end to take the quarterback on the option, which allowed them to run their outside linebacker straight to the pitch guy. So as you can see here on film, that outside linebacker for Montgomery Central, he's going to run straight to the pitch guy every time. Well, if their identity as a defense is to be a 4-4 cover 3 team, and that outside linebacker is responsible for the curl flat area, well, now he's in a bind. He's in a predicament. He can't take away pitch on the option and cover the curl flat window. So run it back, Coach. You're going to see right here. I don't think we did the greatest job of selling option right here, because I tell our running backs, run it all the way back, Coach. Run it back. Run it back. Yeah, keep running it back. Run it back. There you go. Just let it play for a little bit. I'll tell you when to stop it. I appreciate you doing this, Coach Salas. All right, stop it right there. All right, so you guys right here can see we just faked triple option to the left. I'm telling our pitch back right there, number 4. I'm saying, son, you better run like hell as fast as you can to the outside toes of the outside receiver of that X receiver who's running the slant, because as a triple option team, the one thing that's going to scare a defense or a defense coordinator most is a pitch back getting to the perimeter right now. I had the pleasure of learning from Coach Paul Hygert, who, in my opinion, is the best option coach in the state of North Carolina. He's currently the head coach at Edenton Holmes. But I sat down with Coach Hygert a lot, had that relationship with him through my head coach at Southern League, Coach Neal, who worked with him on the Richmond staff. But, man, I'll just never forget. I think Coach Hygert ingrained this in my brain, man. That running back's got to run to the outside toes of the outside receiver as fast as he can. That way they think there's legitimately a pitch threat on the option. Like I said, Montgomery Central's a 4-4 cover 3 team here. They've assigned their outside linebacker to the pitch guy. That's going to vacate the curl flat window. Right where he leaves from, guys, we're going to throw the football. And what we're telling our quarterback is pop the hips, throw, pop the hips, throw. That's allowing us to get this thing out quick. Play it, coach. We're able to fit that thing in there right before the safety's able to drive on it. We're going to take our 8 or 9 yards. Now, guys, I know what I'm saying here. Like, some of this is still quick game routes, but you know, some of you guys on here, stop it, coach. Some of you guys on here may be triple option RPO type guys, which is what I consider RPOs anyway, is a form of double or triple option. But there is multiple ways to incorporate quick game into your offense, some of which is going to put some defenders in conflict. Now, right here against Northmore, we're in Ray. You know, going back to what I said earlier, if the running back is to the same side as the quick game, then this means that he's a part of the concept. If we were just trying to throw a slant right here, which in my opinion, we wouldn't be able to because there's an outside linebacker right there in the slant window, then we would move the back to the other side. But in this defense that Northmore is playing, we know that we have the outside linebacker right here in a predicament. If he's trying to cover the curl flat area and he takes the slant away, we're going to throw the ball to the running back right now in the flat, and we're going to let him go get 3 or 4 yards. If that linebacker runs straight to the running back, trying to take the swing pass away, we're going to throw the slant in the window right where he leads from. So this concept right here is what I call Seattle. It's a form of bubble slant, which is a great cover 3 beater. You know, you can run the same concept away from the slot receiver, and you just end up making your running back the bubble guy. The only thing that he's doing is he's running a swing instead of a bubble. But watch this right here. Rory's footwork isn't going to change. It's just right foot back. That linebacker's running right to the running back. Bam. We're going to throw that football right off of his inside shoulder. Run it back, coach. Watch this. He's running straight to the back. Bam. We're going to throw it in there right now. It's a great way, guys, to get your athlete the ball, get one of your best athletes the ball in a hurry. Let him go be a ball player. I mean, guys, that's a simple, quick, easy read. Still implementing that right foot. It's still incorporating that quick game footwork into it. Right foot back, shuffle your feet, ball. Right foot back, shuffle your feet, ball. And we're just teaching our quarterbacks, man. You're reading this first movement. You know, you're not going to be wrong. Stop it, coach. You know, even if you do make the wrong read, and even if you do make a little bit of the wrong read, and that linebacker right there is coming to tackle your running back, you know, like I said, and I'm coaching my guys that you're better than him. You're going to go beat that guy. So, you know, one of your 2 best athletes is going to have the ball in his hands, and you never know. He may make that linebacker miss anyway, and up the sideline it goes. You know, I think Hal Mummy said this, Coach Salas. I think you'll smile, but guys, you got to be okay with being bored. You got to be okay with throwing the ball short, man, because you know anytime you're able to get the athletes the ball in a simple manner, they got a chance to go show how much of a great athlete they are. Now, right here, we're in what I call rip, which is 2x2. I think our receivers are really spaced out well here. I would like to see number 4, the slot receiver to the bottom of the screen, more lined up, you know, near the hash marks. That way we get the whole field spread out. Now, I don't know if I made a reference to this earlier on here, but sometimes I have what's called mirrored concepts. Mirrored concepts just mean that you're running the same route combination on both sides. Normally in these types of situations, I just simply, you know, put on our wristbands. We're running Seattle mirror, which is a bubble slant to both sides. I let my quarterback choose which side he wants to throw to. Now, obviously, you know, if I'm the quarterback here, I'm moving the back to the left, and I'm trying to read that outside linebacker who's apex between the tackle and number 2. I'm reading him right now. Is he going to take bubble, or is he going to drop? Or is he going to drop in that curl window when he sees 2 go out to try to take the slant away? That's the way a lot of guys, you know, teach cover 3 is if they see number 2 go out, then they're immediately going to get their eyes back on 1 because they know that 1's coming back inside. You know, that's, you know, a lot of defense coordinators are you know, teaching their DBs to recognize routes and what it is they're trying to do. I think the best defensive coordinators out there If you're gonna be a 4-4 cover 3 type football team, and man, every week at practice, you better work a weakness period where you let the offense run bubble slant against you or curl flat against you or any type of concept that's going to be cover 3. That way, as a defense, you can get great at coming up and rallying and making these plays and doing the little things right in the defense that you're trying to play. But going back right here, I mean, guys, this is going to show you right here that these concepts work. Rory's right foot back, open hip, ball. Okay, in theory, this play shouldn't really work because we don't have a lot of space. Stop it, coach. There's just not a lot of space right here to the bottom of the screen for us to run this bubble slant concept. Now, of course, it's mirror, but I would like to see us work that to the top of the screen over here. I think we would end up having the slant to the field, and we're able to throw that thing in there to 19, and now he can go make a move on the high safety, and off to work he goes. Run it back, coach. But nonetheless, Rory, number 16, my quarterback here, he gets eyes on that outside linebacker. He's running straight to bubble. Replace him. Throw it to 44, who's one of our best athletes on the slant. Let him go get vertical. Right foot back, open hit, read first movement, ball. Fit it in there. Let your best athlete go be an athlete. Moving on to the next clip, we have a little bit more leverage here. Now, I think Coach Salas would agree with me on this. Very rarely, go back, Coach. Very rarely in a football game is the ball going to be in the middle of the field. This is why we need to be really intentional in practice about who we have, put the football in certain areas. One of the jobs that Coach Salas gave me as a first-year paid coach on his staff at Lumberton was he said, Coach Cox, you're going to spot the ball for me after every offensive play. Well, back then I'm looking at Coach Salas like, dang, Coach, well, this is kind of a crappy job, and I don't understand why it is you're making me do this, but run it back. Now as a head coach, as a guy who's called offense, run it back again, Coach. I understand the importance of why Coach Salas made me do that is because he was trying to teach me that in order to be a great offense, you've got to move the ball from right hash to left hash in the middle. That way you can practice all of your concepts. That way, no matter what situation or where you're at on the field as an offense, you can still run your system, your plays. So credit to you on that, Coach. Same concept here. Southern Lee's outside linebacker right here. They're scared as hell of this bubble because they've seen it all week. He's going to run straight to it. When he does, he doesn't realize that we're able to throw that slant right in there between that linebacker who's dropping to the hook curl area, and that corner's just dropping his third, and now that corner's got to rally up and make a tackle. But like I said, I'm a big Phil Longo guy. You'll never go broke making a profit. Take those 5, 6, 7 yards and take them. Stop it right here. This is a very well coached St. Paul's Bulldogs team. Coach Setzer's the head coach here. They played for a state championship 2 seasons ago. This past season, they got to the 4th round and lost to Princeton in a very good football, in a very, very good football game. But I'm saying all that to tell you guys that, we're running our stuff against good football teams and we're being successful with it. It's one thing to run your plays against a team who's 1-10, 0-11, because, on most of those nights you can run whatever you want to run. But guys, these concepts work against good, well-coached football teams who are making runs in the playoffs. So I'm just telling you, you can incorporate quick game into your offense, and it can work. It can work for you well, no matter who you play. Stop it right there, Coach. St. Paul's right here. They give the illusion that they're a cover 3 team on film. But the more and more I kept watching them, they were more of a man-free type team. They would switch up between playing cover 3 and man-free. But right here, nonetheless, they've got their outside linebackers walked up. They were coached. Go take the pitch away. Go take the pitch away. Go take the pitch away. As soon as we ball down, and that backside running back is going to run to the pitch, they're going to vacate the slant window. Guys, if they're going to give it to you, take it. Play it, Coach. I mean, guys, this is a good football team right here. And we're able to take yards from them. Outside linebacker's going to run the pitch, throw a slant right in there behind him. He can't do both, guys. He's in a predicament. If he's going to run the pitch, he can't cover the curl flat window. He can't do it. He can't do both. You know, and obviously here, stop it, coach. Even though we're showing triple option right here, this just turns into swing slant combo or bubble slant. This just turns into Seattle. But this is a way our offense was able to do the same things and just give a different look off of it. You know, like I said, 19 right here, maybe a 4.75, 4.8 type athlete, ended up having 1,200 yards receiving, just taking 5 or 6 yards at a time. Go ahead, coach, play this one. I think this is a whole nother clip. I mean, guys, this is a good football team over and over in this game. We just keep taking 5, 6, 7 yards. And we knew we had to because of how good of a football team they were. You know, any advantage they were going to give us, we had to be able to take it because we knew we were only going to have so many chances. So, you know, and this is a great way to, if I have any option football coaches on here working, this is a great way to incorporate quick game into your option scheme and make people wrong depending on how they want to defend option.